to Rusty's Sudoku stream. We have two puzzles today. Puzzle number 512 or 522, which I'll load up now, and 528. This is my normal for 2025 puzzle selection process. Starting in a couple days, I'm going to do a new process where all the puzzles are going to be the Julian date for the year plus 600. And the reason to do that is that starts with January 1st being 601. December 31st should be 6 or 7, 8, 930, 965, I believe. I'm drawing a blank. Depends upon whether or not it's a leap year, and no, it's not. So it might be a little bit more difficult to catch what's going on. But it's going to be a fairly simple process. Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, or Sunday. Yep, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday we'll have an easy puzzle. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we'll have a medium puzzle. And Friday and Saturday we'll have hard puzzles. And you've got another 15 seconds here before I start solving this, so you can see if you can solve it in the next, or in the time it takes me to finish solving it, or maybe faster, or maybe not as fast. All right, 20 seconds have elapsed, so let's see what I can do. 9, 9, so one of these two is going to be a 9. Not hovering over the 9s. All right, one of these two will be a 9. Down here, I've got a 9 there. That's going to be a 9, so one of these two are going to be a 9. That means that's a 9. Okay, I've got two possibilities for 1 here. 3 here at the moment. 4 over here, 3 here, and 5 here, 5 up here. So we're on to 2s, and that's going to be a 2. That gets me a 9 here and a 9 here. Means one of these two, nope, not one of these two is a 2. And we've got 3 possibilities here, 4 here. Except this is going to be a 2. That means 2 possibilities here. And that's a 2, and one of these two is going to be a 2. Still have 3 possibilities here. On to 3s. Get a 3 here, 3 possibilities here. Got a 3 here, so 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. No help down here or up here. 5 possibilities, in fact. And 4 possibilities. We have 4 possibilities here. And 4 possibilities here. So on to 4s. We got a 4 here. Let's see. Three possibilities of 4 here. 5 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. 3 here. 3 here. 5 possibilities here. 4 here. So not a lot of movement there. What 5? So we got a 5 here. Another one down here. That means these and this are gone. So I've got 4 possibilities here. Up here I've got 5 possibilities. Here I've got 3. And 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. And 4 possibilities here. So just the one add, I think? Nope, not even that. Oh, wait. I've got 2 possibilities here. So we can mark 5s here. All right. That's not one here. I think I'd mark or suspected it was earlier. So we got 2 possibilities for a 6 here. And 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities there. 5 here. 5 here. 4, 3 here. 4 here. All right. 7s. Looks like I've got 2 possibilities for a 7 there. Gives me 4 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here, except this is going to be 8, so that's a 7. And that means I've now got 2 possibilities down here. All right, I've got 2 possibilities here. 5 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. On to 8s. We've got an 8 here. That blocks these and these. Now we get an 8 here. Well, these two is going to be an 8. I've got 5 possibilities there. 3 possibilities there and there. So 9s. I think we've been through 9s already. All right. Three possibilities for a 1 there. I got a 1 there. All of these possibly 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6s, 7, 3 8s. All right, let's run through those all again. I'm doing this time is trying to see if I can narrow down where I might be able to drop something. Nope, can't do that here. Everything has 3 or more matches, so we'll have to see what else we can do here. So we get the 2 possible 8s here. 1 and 2 already. How about 3s? All 4 of these could be a 3. Same with 4s. 5 and 3 possible 6s. That doesn't work for us. All right. Now we got 2 possible 1s here. That narrows this down to 4 possibilities, not 5. 2 and 3, 8 and 9. Okay. 7s, 6s, 5s, 4s, 3 and 2, and 2 1s. All right. We got one of these two is going to be a 1, which means one of these two is a 1. 2 here. I end up with 3 possible 2s here. These 2 as well. All right. Look up here, 3s. 4 possible 3s here. Wide open here. And 4 possibles here in the corners. All right. Those 3 are possible 4s. I've got 4 possibilities here. The 4 there. All 4 of these. 5 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. All right. 5s. Just those 2 possibilities there. 5 possibilities here. 3 here. 4 here. 3 here. 3 here. That takes care of the 5s. All right. Been through everything at this point, so it's time to do flood fills. Don't like flood fills, but we get what we get. So one of those 2 is a 1, one of those 2 is a 1. What I've got left is 4 possibilities for a 1 here, and 3 possibilities for a 1 here. Everything else has 1 in it, so how about 2s? We've got 3 possibilities for a 2 here. 2 already marked there. Covered here and here and here. 2 possibilities there. And everything else is covered. So 3s. All right, we've got 3 possibilities here. So far, everything's an option up here. The 4 corners here and here. Everything's open here. 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. 4s. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 5 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. And 4 possibilities here. Oh, wait. 3 possibilities here. All right. 5s. And the waving was me waving to my sister-in-law, wishing her a good evening. She's heading off to dinner. I get to be on my own, which probably is not a good thing for me, but it is what we've got. All right. And okay. Oops, we've got 3 there. All right, 6s. 3 6s there. 3 here. 2 here. Mark. Everything's open for a 6 here for the moment. 4 possibilities here. Got those 2 already marked. And 3 possibilities here. 7s. We got these 2 marked. We've got 4 possibilities here. 3, 4 possibilities here. 5 possibilities here. 2 already marked here. And 2 marked here. 8s. We've got 3 possible 8s here and here. 4 possible 8s here. 3 possibles here. And that's 8s. 9s are already filled. All right, now we get to do cleanup variety. Do we have any pairs that block or that clean up other options? Like this 5 3 5 3 here means that can't be a 5. This can't be a 3. 7 2 7 1. Oh, this also can't be a 3. So 7 2 7 1 7 1 2. Does that work with anything else? Not right offhand. Okay, 5 7 7 6 here. 1 5 1 5 7. So this can't be a 5. 7 2 pair here. 2 with the 7 2 up here means neither 7 nor 2 here. Neither of those there. So we get a 4 3. Does that work with anything? Nothing clearly yet. And yes, if you're looking at this puzzle and saying, dude, you got something right there, feel free to let me know. All right, 8 3 here. Now, 5 3, 4 5 3, 6 3, 4 6 3. Okay. All right, I am going to start working with these doubles here. A 7 2 pair here. Let's go with a 7 here, 2 here. That lets me have 2 up here. 7 1 7 1 with 5 3 5 3. Hold off on doing anything with that. 4 3 4 3. So these become 7 5s. Clear out the 4s and threes. Seven, 5, 7, 5. That means that's not a 5. 4, 3. Nothing interacting with that right yet. But 7171 means 9. Not a 1. But these 7s are no longer valid 7s. That might result in interaction with others. Not seeing anything obvious. Oh, here we go. We lose the 8 and 3 here, because we've got an 8-3, 8-3 pair. Did not lose the 7. Now I have a 7-1 pair there. Ah, 7575 means not a 5 here, not a 7 here. So we get an 8-3, 8-4, 4-3 triplet there. 8-3 does not work with an 8-3s. Now, all of this is predicated on, I believe it was the 7-2 pair here. So we may be going all the way back to that. We will see. But that gets me a little ways. We got a 1 there now, 1 there. A couple possibilities for a 1 there. A couple possibilities for a 1 here. 2 possibilities for a 1 here. 4 possibilities down here. 2 possibilities here. All right, 2s. Right, nope. All right, let's back all that out to the 7-1 and do a 7-1 this time. That gets me a 1 here, 7 here. Means we're further along. We got a pair of 1s down here now. 4-8, 4-8, 4-8. Can't do that. That's 3 4-8s in a column. And that leaves a 5-2 pair that we can't go with. So 1 and 7 is right here. Gives me a 7 here. And I think that's it. So let's look at the 5-3 pair across the top here. Let's go with a 5 here, 3 here, see what that gets us. 4, 3, 4, 3, 8, 2, pair of 5s. Am I missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like I'm missing a 7. One of these could be a 7. I get a 7 here, so 7 and 5 here. Hey, dude. Welcome. Did you want to come up here? shadow or watch me try solving? You'd be welcome. Yes, you would. Oh, you get a 3 down here, 8 here, 1 and 5 here, 4, 6 here, 6 here. That gets me a 4 and a 6 here. 3, 4, 8 here, 4, 1, 3. Pair of 6s here. One of these is supposed to be an 8, I believe. And that means we are both broken. All right. Let's go back to that 5-3 combination. And we'll flip that. 3 here, 5 here. Now we get an 8 here, 4 here, 5, and 2. 7, 5, 4, 3, 7, 8, 6, 3, 1, 6, 3, 1, 6. Get to hold on to that for a few moments. Down here, we get this 3, 8, 1, 5. Okay, back out that. That's not supposed to be a 6. That's an 8, 1, 5. So we get a 4, 6 pair here. Put a 6 here, so this becomes a 4, 6. 4, 3, 8. That looks familiar. Pair of 6s again. And neither of these can be an 8. So let's back that out, back to the 5-3 again. And let's change this up. So we know well, all right. We don't really know. Let's try an 8 here. That gets me a 3 here and a 4 here. This becomes an 8. This becomes an 8. This becomes an 8. And that breaks our 8s. So that tells me that's going to be a 3. 4, 8 here, 8 here again, 8 here again. This becomes an 8. This becomes an 8. There's a 5, 7 here, 5, 7, 3 here, 3 here. We got a hole here now. This was going to become, according to the column, this was going to become a 3. So that's not going to work. All right, I have spent plenty of time on this. Let's switch back to, or go all the way back to the begin. Yeah, all the way back to the beginning. And I'm just going to flood fill this, i.e. start up at the top, fill with 1, put in all the 1s. We can work with. And 2s. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. I wonder if I botched that. That's going to be a 2. So probably not, because I would have caught that, I believe. All right. 3 possible 2s here. 4 possibles here. 2 possibles here. On to 3s. given here. We got 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. Everything's open here for 3s. Here we've got 4 possibilities. Down here we've got 4 possibilities. Everything's open here. 4 possibilities here. 4s. We get a 4 up here, another 4 here. So we end up with 3 possible 4s here. 4 possible 4s here. 5 possible 4s here. 3 possible here. And everything is open. Oh, not everything. 4 possible 4s there. Everything's currently available here. And 6 possibilities, or 5 possibilities there. 5s now, we've got 2 possibilities here. 5 possibilities up here. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities there. Bunch of options there. 5 or 3 possibilities there. I believe that's everything for 5s. 6s, we get 3 possible 6s here. 2 down here. Here we've got 4 possibilities, 3 possibilities here. 5 possibilities here. And everything's an option here, including this one, which I believe we get to fill in a bit. 7s, we've got 4 possible 7s there. 5 possible up here. 4 possibles here. 5 possibles here. 3 possibles, 2 possibles there, because we've got 2 possibles there. 5 possibles here, and that's it for 7s. 8s, we get an 8 here. That makes this into a 7. Cleans up a couple. This one's going to be an 8. Means one of these two is an 8. I've got 5 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. There's 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. And we look at 9s. So we got 4 possibilities there. This ends up being a 9, which means this is a 9. And we end up with a 9 here. Oh, yeah, we already cleared the 7 there. And this becomes a 9. All right, now we can go through and see if we can tidy things up again. I think I've got something going. 2 goes here. All right. So we end up with a 4, 3, 4, 3 here again. So we can clean up the 4 and 3 up here. 7, 5, 7, 5, 2, 7, 5, 2. 1, 5, 1, 5, so not a 5 here. That makes one of these two a 5. This becomes a 5, cleaning up that one. That becomes a 4, 3. Oh, we get a 1 down here. 7, 2 there. 5 over here. So that means up here, one of these two is going to be a 5. This is not. We've got a 5 down here. So none of these are going to be a 5. It's going to be one of these two. And because I've got the two possibilities down here, that doesn't help me much up here. All right. I think it's tidies things up a little bit, though. So one of these two is going to be a 5. None of the others are. Okay. 7575 means not a 7 here or here. 7, 6, 4, this becomes a 1. Turns that into a 3. So now I've got 7. Oh, we get a 5 here. 7, 1, 2, 7, 1, 7, 2. 8, 3, 4. 3 here. 4, 6, 4, 6 down here. Get an 8 here, 1 here. 3 here. 4, 6, 4, 6 there. 4, 6, 4, 6 there. So, put the 8 there. As a result, that does not work. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 has to go here at this point. So, botched it again. All right, flood fill by square. So what that means is we go through, those two can't be 1s. Get 2, 3s, a 4 here, 5s, 3 possibilities for 6, possibilities for a 7, possibilities for an 8, and possibilities for a 9. All right, 1. Possibilities for a 2. Possibilities for 3. Possibilities for a 4. A 5. 6 is given. Possibilities for a 7. 8 and 9 are provided. So we move on. Possibilities for a 1, 2, although that's going to be a 2. We'll come back to that. Possibilities for a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6 is given. Possibilities for a 7. I will mark these, even though they're going to go away in a little bit. Possibilities for an 8. And we've got a 9. So we know that this one's going to be an 8 here and a 7 here. That cleans up the top row a little bit. All right, we end up with a pair of 1s here. Several possible 2s. 6 possible, nope, 3 possible 3s. 4s. 5s. 6s. 7s. And 8s. We get an 8 there. All right. 1s. 2s. 3. 4s. 5s. 6s. 7s. 8s. And 9s. And down here we end up with 5 possible 1s. 2 possible, not a 2 there, so that's a 2. 3s. 4s. 5 given. 6 is all over the place. 7 is given. 8s. 9s. And on to the next square. 1 and 2 are given. So we move to 3s everywhere. 4s. Also currently everywhere. 5, 6s in these 3 places. 7 is given. 8's going to be one of these 2. And a 9 is going to go here. That means that this becomes a 9. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 2. This becomes not a 5. And then we fill in over here. We've now got 3 possible 1s. 2 is provided. 3's in the corners. 4's pretty much all are on this over half. 5's across the top in these 2. 6's on the side. 7's one of these 2. 8's and a 9. All right. So 7272115. 5, 3. Only place for a 9 up here. Okay. So let's go with, if we put an 8 here, and an 8 here. That means this becomes an 8. That becomes an 8. That becomes an 8. Three, 4, 6 here. 5, 7, 1. So one of these two will be a 1. Not a 1 there. Not any 7s there, so we're okay with that. 7, 2, 7, 2. Okay. 3 and 4 here. Does that help elsewhere in here? We end up with 2 possibles for 4. And there are going to be 4, 3 possibles because neither of them can be 7 or 5. Because I've got a 7, 5 pair. 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1. That doesn't help us any right now. 4, 3, 4, 3 means not a 3 here. 7, 2, 7, 2 means this is a 5. 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, so not a 1 here, not a 5 here, 4, 6, 4, 6. That makes this into a 3. Sorry about that. Nope. I've got 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. That's not going to work. All right. That was predicated on this being an 8. Let's go with this being an 8. That makes that an 8, that an 8, that becomes an 8, this becomes an 8. 4, 6, 3 pair, 1. Okay, not a help there. Seven, 2, 7, 2, 1, 5, 1, 5. We're given, or we're, well, derived earlier. This becomes a 4. That was because 5, 3, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3 were a matched set, and the 4 was a standalone. And that gives me these 2 possibilities for 4 here. Also down here, so that's a 4. We got one of these 2 is a 4, and one of these 2 is a 4. Which works with what else we've got. We got a 3 here. 1, 6, 1, 6. 1, 5, 5, 6. I've got no 6s here, so this is not a 6. That makes this a 6, this a 4, 7, not a 7. 3 here, 6 here. And it also means this becomes a 4 up here, which means I've got that triplet to work with now. And with that one, that's a double, I should say. So we can solve this one at some point. We'll be much further along there. All right, since I've got the 2 3s here and nothing else open, that makes this into a 3. 7 5 6 here gives me a 5 up here. 3 pair, 7 2 pair, 3 1 5 1 6 1 4 3 4 5 6. Okay. All right, let's go with 1 5 5 6 7 1 6 4 5 pair 3 4 5 4. But that left me a hole here. Okay, so not that. Let's change that 6 5 1 then. 5 1 3 7, and I've now got a pair of 5s. That doesn't work either. Okay. Let's go up here, drop a 1 here, 3 here. That makes this a 3. 1 here. Uh, 5 down here, 6 and 4. And that gives me a pair of 1s here. All right, let's back out to that 1. Give it a 3. That turns this into a 1. This becomes a 7 5. And that doesn't work. All right. So the problem is this needs to be a 3, but I've got a 3 down here. And this is where I was going to put a 3. Blocks that one. All right. Okay. An 8 there. 6. Now let's not jump on that 6 yet. 4, 3, 6 here. All right. 5 here. Four, 3 up here. Four, 3, 4, 3. So not a 3, not a 4 or 3. Seven, 2. So this becomes a 3. This becomes a 4. Ah, 7, 5, 7, 5. So 8 and 3. That means this is a 3. Now this can be an 8. Works well over here and here. Except, oh, yep, 8 here, 8 here. So 8s are okay. 1 and 7 now. 7, 1 pair here, 5, 2 pair here. All right. Okay, that makes for an interesting combo. Two are going to be 1. One of these two are going to be 1. One of these two are 1. And these two are 1. Okay. Well, my options are 3, 6, 4, 4, 1, 6 pair here. That drops a 4 here, 6 and 5 to go with it, 1 and 3 to go with it, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, breaks up here. So let's back that out. And try reversing that. 4, 6, 3, 6 here, 1 and 4, 3, 4 here, 1, 6, 1, 6, Okay. 1, 5, 1, 5. So that's a 6. This is a 4. 7, 5, 1. 6, 1, 7, 5. 5, 7, 1, 2, 5, 2, 7. 1, 6, 5, 2, and 7 to solve. Wow, 58 minutes and 35 seconds to complete that. And make a note. It'll be more fun. All right. And now we go back. Now we're going to play again, but this time I've got puzzle number 528. Let's see if we can do that in under an hour. Again, you'll get a 20-second gap at the beginning before I start actually solving. I may spot a few things to solve right off the bat. That does happen. But I'm not marking anything until that 20 seconds has elapsed. So you have the chance of starting with a clean slate if you want to. And here we go. I think. No oh, not valid. Okay, so what did I botch up this time? Two, 6, 7. 3, 2. 4, 6, 9. 8, 9. 5, 9. 5, 7, 2, 4. Oh, this is supposed to be a 1. Back to here. All right. There we go. Counter is counting. 15 seconds left. And this time I'm not even looking at anything other than the counter. 8 seconds left. All right. And now I get to start. So one of these two is a 2. One of these two is a 3. Which means I got 3 possibilities there. 4. One of these two is a 4. One of these two is a 5. Not that one. Oh, not that. Now we got 3 possibilities for a 5 here. 3 possibilities here. This one's going to be a 5 and a 4 here. That's because this 5 here blocks this one. Says this can't be a 5, so it has to be up here. One of these two is going to be a 5. I've got 4 possibilities there, 3 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here. 4s. I've now got 2 possibilities for 4 in this square. Down here, I've got 2 possibilities for a 1. Got 4 possibilities up here. And 2 possibilities for a 1 there. That means 4 possibilities here as well. That means I've got 2 possibilities for a 1 here. All 4 of these are the same 2 columns as these two. So that left that one blank and gives us these two. All right. Still have 4 possibilities for 1 there. 5 possibilities here. 4 possibilities there. Work through the 2s. We got those 2 possibilities. Get 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities there, here, and everything's open. Okay, 3. One of these 2 is a 3. Get 3 possibilities there. 3 possibilities here. So far everything's open. 4 possibilities there. 3 here. 5 possibilities here. All right, 4s. We've got 3 possibilities there. 4 possibilities here. We get a 4 here. And that changes over here a little bit. We now have 3 possibilities for a 4 here, but 5 possibilities here. All right. 5. All we've got unmarked are these 4, these 3, and these 4. All right. 6s. 2 possibilities at a 6 here. This becomes a 6. I've got 4 possibilities for a 6 here. 2 possibilities here. Stall for a 6 here. All right, 7s. 4 possibilities here, 5 possibilities here, 3 possibilities here, 5 possibilities here, 4 here, 5 possibilities here, 4 here. On to 8s. An 8 here. And it gives me 3 possibilities for an 8 there. 4 possibilities here. One of these two will be an 8. Not this one. As a matter of fact, that's going to be a 1. Because I can't have a 1 in this column because of this one. And that was the only other square open. So 8s. Still have everything open for 8s here and here. 4 and 5 possibilities. And 4 possibilities here. Can't do anything about any of the others yet. 9. We've got 9s filling the column here. This one's going to be a 9. That means one of these two is going to be a 3. I've got 3 possibilities for a 9 here, 3 possibilities for a 9 here, 2 possibilities for a 9 here, 3 possibilities here. We now have 2 possibilities for 1 here, 3 possibilities here, still 4 possibilities here. All right. Do we get any benefits now on what we've been able to fill? So we got a 1 here. One of these 3 is going to be a 2. One of these 3 is going to be a 3. Got a 4. We got a 5, 6, and 7 given. Too many options for an 8. And too many options for a 9. How about up here? Okay, we've got 3 possibilities for a 1. 2 is given. 3 possibilities for 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7 are given. Means I've got 4 possibilities for an 8 and 3 possibilities for a 9. Now, since we've got a pair here, what can we do here? Well, 4 possibilities for 3. 3 possibilities for 2. Got the 1 here already. About 4s. We've got 2 possibilities for 4. Means 2 possibilities for 4 there. About a 5. And it looks like I've got 4 possibilities for a 5. 6, we've got a pair of 4. 7s, like I've got 4 possibilities. 8 and 9 are given. Right. All right, looks like I get to flood fill everything else. So, 1s. All 3 of these are going to be possible 2s. 3s in those 4 possibilities. 4 is given. 5s in these 3 possibilities. Got 6s marked already. 7s there. 8 and 9 are. That means this is a 3, looks like. Let's check that. I get a 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yes, that's a 3. That makes this into a 7. Let's verify that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blank. 8 and 9 in the square. So yes, that's a 7. 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 1, 6, 1, 6. All right. How about here? We've got 1s in those places. 2, 3s in those places. 4s. Oh, we got 4s blocked already here. 5 here. 6s are going to be in one of these 4. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. One of these 4 is going to be an 8, not a 5. That makes not a 1 here or here. That makes all right, I'm missing a digit. 6. Yeah, one of these 2 is 6. Ah, one of these 2 may be 6. All right. And with those, one of these 2 may be 1. Okay. Up here, we've got these 3 spots for possible 1, 2. One of these 3 is a possible 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these 4 is an 8. One of these 4 or 3 is a 9. Down here, we got these 2 5s. 1. So one of these 3 is a 2. These 3 is a 3. 4. Here are possible 5s, 6s, 7s. Eights and all those likely spots. 9s there. All right, 1s. 2s along the column edge here. 3s. Kind of mixed up there. 4s. 5, 6, 7s, and 8s. All right, 1 here. Everything else looks like it could be a 2, 3. 2 possibilities for a 4. 3 possibilities for a 5. 6 is given, or learned, it looks like. 3 possibilities for a 7. 3 possibilities for an 8. And a 9 is a given. Now let's finish up these 2 squares up here. Five possibilities on a 1. Got a couple of possibilities for 2 already marked. Same with 3. 4 is a given. So we're up to 5s. We have a 6 is a given. So 7s. Oh, possible 7 there. Not a given 7. Possible 8s and a 9. All right. 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s, 8s, and 9s. Not there. There, and there. Okay. And this is where we look at it and say, oh, it's so obvious. Yeah, not so much. Okay. 1616, so that's not a 1. That becomes an 8. That's not a 1. 75, 72, 72, so not a 7 or 2 there. Neither 7 nor 2 here. There, not there. Okay, 83, 893, 83, or 89. 89. Okay. Ooh. End up with a 4 here. So let's check this. Ones have to be over here. 2s and 3s. We're looking at that 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yes, 4. 1, 9, 1, 9, 3, 1, 3. 1, 8. 7, 8. 7, 8, 3, 5, 2. 7, 5, 2. Okay. 7, 5. That's not helping anything. Well, let's see if we can break some of this 3 with this 5, 2 pair here. 5 and 2. Means 4, 2, 4, 2 there. It's an 8 down here. That makes this into a 9. 8, 3, 8, 3. So not an 8 here. Or 3. 5, 2 pairs there. I'm not changing anything up here. Okay. 1, 6, 1, 6 means that's a 4. And that means this is a 4. All right. Making this a 5. 4 here. 4 here. It's that to be a 2. This becomes a 7. 7 and 2 here. 8, 3, 8, 3 makes this a 9. 1, 2. 73, 73. 2 here, 5. Now we've got 8, 3 pair. There is another 8, 3. We end up with a 7 here. That makes that a 1. This becomes an 8, 3, 8, 3, 8. We've got a 7, 3 pair down here, but a 7 here means this is a 3 and a 7 now. Up here we get a 5, which makes this a 6 and a 9. 1, 8, 9, 3, 1, 5. 1 here, 6, 1, 3, 8, 6, 8, and 3. 23 minutes and 37 seconds. 23:37. Not bad, not great, but it is what it is. I want to say thanks for hanging out with me. Hour and a half to solve 2 puzzles seems a little long. We got one more puzzle tomorrow. Not sure if I'll be playing at 3 or 4. We will see either way. I want to say thanks. Feel free to drop in and join me tomorrow. Like I say, check to see if I'm streaming after 3 o'clock or 4. Or check for my notifications on Facebook, Blue Sky, or the Netiverse web or the Netiverse. Used to be called, a lot of people call it Mastodon. Not Mastodon, but you get the picture. That's how it goes. We will see you again soon. Take care, everybody.